A whisper echoes through the darkness, sending chills down your spine. They say there are places where light never dares to touch. Hallways with no end where the darkness knows your name. The camera slowly glides across an abandoned building, its facade crumbling and weathered by time. A rusted door creaks open, revealing an endless corridor swallowed by an impenetrable blackness that seems to pulse with malevolent energy. Our protagonist, a young woman with curiosity burning in her eyes, steps hesitantly into the threshold. Her trembling hand clutches a flashlight, its beam cutting through the oppressive gloom like a knife. As she sweeps the light across the decaying walls, empty picture frames hang askew, their glass long since shattered. Beside them, torn and faded portraits stare back with blurred faces, their eyes seeming to follow her every move. The floorboards groan beneath her feet, each step echoing ominously in the silence. Suddenly, footsteps sound behind her, growing louder and more insistent. Her heart races as she whirls around, the beam of her flashlight dancing wildly across the empty hallway. But there's nothing there, only the endless corridor stretching into darkness. As she ventures deeper into the building, the air grows thick and heavy, pressing against her skin like a damp shroud. Her flashlight begins to flicker, its light growing weaker with each passing moment. From the impenetrable shadows, doors begin to creak open one by one, revealing empty rooms that seem to stretch into infinity. For a split second, she sees figures standing at the far end of each room, pale, ethereal shapes with hollow eyes and gaping mouths. But the moment she blinks, they vanish, leaving her to question her own sanity. Is it merely a trick of the light or something far more sinister? A strange sound rises from the depths of the darkness, a chorus of whispers calling her name, echoing from every direction at once. The voices seem to come from within the walls themselves, growing louder and more insistent with each passing second. They speak of ancient secrets and forgotten horrors, promising both revelation and damnation in the same breath. Panic sets in as the young woman realizes the true nature of her predicament. She turns to flee, her feet pounding against the rotting floorboards as she races back the way she came. But the hallway seems to stretch endlessly before her, twisting and shifting like a living thing. Each time she glances over her shoulder, the corridor changes. Windows disappear, replaced by cracked and oozing walls. The darkness thickens, becoming an almost tangible presence that claws at her heels. Her lungs burn as she gasps for air, the whispers growing to a deafening crescendo. The flashlight flickers one last time before plunging her into total darkness. In the suffocating blackness, she feels countless shadowy hands emerging from the walls, their icy fingers grasping at her clothes and hair. She screams, but the sound is swallowed by the void as the entities drag her into the unknown. The screen fades to black, leaving only the muffled echo of her final cry, a sound that cuts off abruptly, replaced by a silence more terrifying than any scream. For a moment, all is still, the audience left to grapple with the horror of what they've just witnessed. Slowly, the image of the hallway fades back into view. It appears silent and empty, as if no one had ever walked its cursed path. The floorboards are unmarked, the dust undisturbed. It's as if the young woman never existed at all, swallowed whole by the malevolent forces that dwell within these walls. The whispering voice returns, its tone both a warning and a temptation. If you hear the call from within the dark, never answer, for these hallways will swallow your soul whole. The words hang in the air, a chilling reminder of the fate that befalls those who dare to explore the unknown. As the final scene fades to black, words appear on the screen. Their stark white letters assert contrast to the inky darkness. The darkened hallways, do you dare walk alone? The question lingers, challenging the audience to confront their own fears and curiosity. This tale of terror serves as a stark reminder of the power of the unknown and the dangers that lurk in the shadows. It taps into our primal fears of darkness and isolation, forcing us to confront the possibility that there are forces beyond our understanding that prey upon the unwary. The Darkened Hallways is more than just a ghost story. It is a psychological thriller that explores the depths of human fear and the thin line between reality and nightmare. It asks us to consider what lies beyond the veil of our everyday existence and whether we truly want. It asks us to consider what lies beyond the veil of our everyday existence and whether we truly want to know the answers to life's darkest mysteries. As the credits roll, viewers are left with a sense of unease that lingers long after the screen goes dark. The Darkened Hallways serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that some doors are better left unopened and some questions are best left unanswered. For in the realm of the unknown, curiosity can be a deadly sin, and the price of knowledge may be higher than we're willing to pay. Yet, even as we tell ourselves to stay away from such places, a part of us can't help but wonder, what if? What secrets lie hidden in the shadows? What truths could we uncover if we dared to step beyond the safety of the light? It's this very curiosity that draws us to stories like The Darkened Hallways, even as we shudder at their implications. In the end, the true horror lies not in what we see, but in what we don't, the endless possibilities that lurk just beyond our perception. The Darkened Hallways reminds us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create in our own minds, born from the fear of the unknown and the vast, unexplored territories of our own psyche. As you turn off the lights and prepare for sleep, you can't help but glance nervously at the shadows in the corners of your room. Was that movement you saw, or just a trick of the light? And that whisper, was it the wind, or something more sinister calling your name? The Darkened Hallways may be just a story, but its power lies in its ability to make us question the very nature of reality and our place within it. So the next time you find yourself alone in a dark, unfamiliar place, remember the lessons of The Darkened Hallways. Listen closely to the silence, and if you hear a whisper calling your name, whatever you do, don't answer. For some mysteries are better left unsolved, and some doors should remain forever closed.